Governor Pritzker is not only economically illiterate, historically illiterate, and probably functionally illiterate, but he is also somebody whose every action and policy is designed to hurt and betray America.
Well, I thought I was just living rent-free in the president's head. Apparently, I'm living rent-free in Stephen Miller's head, too. All I can say is, remember, he's done more to damage this country with his unconstitutional recommendations to the president, the attacks on families and people, everyday people across the United States with ICE and CBP, and frankly, moms getting shot in the face because of Stephen Miller. So honestly, I just don't take anything he says about me seriously. I take very seriously, though, the impact that he's having on the country in such a terribly negative way. He doesn't seem to understand that $1,700 out of the pockets of everyday people across the United States is a lot of money.
What's up, everybody? Major retired Richard Ojeda here, and Donald Trump blew a friggin' gasket in the White House briefing room after the Supreme Court shot his tariff down in flames. And while he was stewing, JB Pritzker was rubbing salt in the wound.
Well, if he actually gave a darn about working families, he would just institute the rebates that people should get. These refund checks should just come. That's what he should do. He won't do it because he actually doesn't care about working families, and he thinks he's right. And so he's going to hold on to that money. And the result of that is that think about the small business that just wants to get their money back. It's going to take them, it may be years that they're in court trying to get this money back. Meanwhile, he's reimposing tariffs, so it's getting worse for people.
And while Donald Trump was busy stomping around the briefing room, throwing a full-blown toddler tantrum because the Supreme Court wouldn't let him get his way, responsible adults like Illinois Governor JB Pritzker went on with Jen Psaki and did something radically different. He explained what this ruling actually means, who got hurt, and why taxpayers deserve their damn money back.
The Supreme Court strikes down Trump's signature policy. He has a meltdown in the White House briefing room. And I just want to know what was going through your mind as you watched it all unfold today?
Well, it was unhinged. I mean, watching his press conference today, where he just, as you pointed out, he just fell apart about this and attacked Supreme Court justices and could not understand why he could not wield this power that he believes is his, that has now been found unconstitutional. So, and what does he do? He turns to yet another statute that allows tariffs in certain circumstances, and now he intends to reimpose these tariffs that are truly devastating small businesses. They're hurting families across my state, and as you saw, $1,700 per family. These are working families, $1,700.
Let's be clear about what happened and what's at stake here. When the Supreme Court ruled Trump's tariffs unconstitutional and struck them down, that means billions of dollars were collected that should have never been taken from working families in the first place. This isn't some fantasy $5,000 Doge check that got people all fired up. We didn't see that, did we? And it's not that $2,000 tariff check Trump was bragging about earlier this year. This is real money. Money people paid at the checkout line. Money small businesses absorbed. Money farmers across America lost markets over. And now the refund conversation is what has Laura Ingraham and Stephen Miller absolutely losing their damn minds. Because JB Pritzker said Illinois families should get their $1,700 back. $1,700. And suddenly Miller is on television calling him illiterate and hurling whatever insult he can grab out of his desk drawer. But that's not policy defense, folks. That's an ego meltdown. Because guys like Stephen Miller can dish it out all day long. But the minute someone pushes back, the minute someone says, "Where's our money?" the whole thing starts to wobble. And it's not just because Pritzker wants Illinois' money back. It's because this refund conversation exposes something much, much deeper. It exposes the fact that this wasn't some genius economic master plan. It wasn't 4D chess. It was sloppy and reckless. Tariffs slapped on allies and trade partners designed by ChatGPT that acted like a backdoor tax on working people. and the Supreme Court smacked it all down. You could hear it in Miller's voice when refunds came up. The conversation isn't about slogans anymore. It's about receipts. And Pritzker's response? He said he thought he was living rent-free in Trump's head. Apparently, he's got a studio apartment in Stephen Miller's head as well. And here's the bottom line that they don't want to say out loud. Americans paid that money. Americans felt that hit. And unless somebody forces the issue on their behalf, Americans may never see it again. That's why people are pissed. Because this isn't just about tariffs anymore. It's about being ripped off. It's about being told everything is fine while your costs go up. It's about policies that hit working families while protecting the powerful. And above all, it's about whether the people who ran up this bill are ever going to be forced to pay it back, or whether we're just expected to smile, swallow it, and keep footing the tab. Republicans know what's at stake here. They know their midterm performance is tied directly to Donald Trump, how he looks, how he sounds, how voters react. And voters can be spun for a while, but they can't be told their grocery bill didn't go up when they absolutely know that it did. They can't be told everything is fine when they're still asking one simple question about Trump's tariff being shot down in flames. Where's our money? We deserve the right to know, and that's a fact. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.